So let's create a date table in Power BI. So I have this design say I want to create a date key, a date, then all these things. Basically, if you go through my model, you will see that there is nothing like date. However, there are some date, items or columns in the data, but I want to create a separate date table. How do you do this? So from before you can create any date table, you need a column that has a date or date time in it. So, and that is in this my fact table. There is other date. Every other thing should be key, but this other date should be fine. So I will just use a calendar auto to generate new date. Let's start. Let's go to new table. Now that we have our new table, I want to give this a name called date, and that will be equals to calendar auto, calendar auto. Then apparently the end year, you can actually start like this and generate your calendar auto, which will give you a randomly generated date using the beginning of the other date and the end of the other date. So it's going to be random. Let's look at the data once this is done. Now that this is done, we can check the data and you see it's just a single column table of randomly generated data. It's chronological actually. In chronology, you'll be able to see starting from the beginning of the year of the other date and the end of the year of the date of the other date. So basically that is what that is doing. And what I can do is then go back and say, okay, let's start creating individual columns. The first column I want to add would be my, let's say I want to add my year. Now I want to add my year. My year will just be year equals to year of the date, year of the date, year of the date. That is done. Now we have the year. The next thing I want to add is the month. So I can add a new column and that will be the month. Now I want to have month and that will be month of the date. Just come down, month of the date, close your bracket, then enter, and that is done. Now that we have the month, we can also generate the month name because this is in just one. I want to be able to see January. So I have, let's say, month name. Month name is what I want to call this one. Month name equals to, I can use format for that. Format, and I need the value. I want to format my date as how I want to format it as triple M, which is going to be MMM, MMM. Then close this and close. That will give you the month. What about if you want the month for long? So I can just say this is month name, right, which is January. I can now choose another one that will be a month short. So for month short, I just put month that have that month long. Let's say month long. I'll just use the same format, date, just the date, and then comma. The M will be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the M will be 4, which is going to be a long or full month. Instead of JAN, it will be January in full. As you can see, we have 4 M's here, and that is giving us January, February. If you want to check, you can also see what is there. And the next one I want to create is either our year month. Year month. That would be a good one to create. Let's create year month. So we want to calculate the year month now, year month. So let's just say year hyphen month. This is how you want it. And that can be format as well. Format. I'll format my date in such a way that I'm able to see my four. You can have your four y hyphen double m. That is going to be year month. Close that, then close this. So that is year month. Fantastic. Came out well. Year month. You have the combination of year and you have the month. Let's do the next one, which will be like quarter. Want to do quarter. For quartile, what we can do is just say, okay, we want our quartile, that is the name, quartile to be equals to, we'll just use concatenate, equals to Q first. Let's say our Q here, and then put and, then use your format function again. Format, and this time around, we want to format the date as a quartile. We want to format this date as a quarter will just be just Q. That's all. That will format that. Enter. Okay, so we have Q, then one, we have Q2, Q3, Q4, and that is what we have for that. So you can continue to build like that. So let's do another one, which will be day. For day, what I want to have is just say day equals to control shift enter day of the date table, and then close it, enter. What if I want to generate the weekday? I can create a new column. I don't want one. What is one? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday? I can do that also. For weekday now, all I just need to do is say weekday. Weekday equals to, all I'll be do there is just to say I use my format as well. Format my date table as what? Weekday, that is just D. Then you have one, two, three, let's say four. Four Ds to know if it's going to be a full one. Now I have this as the long one. I can just copy whatever I have here. Control C, create a new column. Then I will paste that in here. So I will call this one weekday short. The weekday short will just be 3Ds and 4. As you can see, we have our weekday short now, which is 3Ds and not the 4. What about the week number? If it is week number we intend to do, let us just create a new column, week number now. So let's generate that. What is the name of the column? What is the name of our column? Week number. So our column will be week number. Let's just say week number. That will be equals to, one good thing you can use with this is the fact that you can also use the function called week num. Week num. So week num is expecting a date, which will be our same date table. And once we have that, is expecting to say, okay, which one do you start with? If you hover on them, you'll be able to see which. So let's say week number is 2, which is the return type, and we can as well just close that. One of the key questions people ask is, why do we use 2 on week number? Well, impute 1, if you over on it, you say week begins on Sunday. Look at the 2, week begins on Monday. So what I'm doing is this week is starting on Monday, and that is what we're using. So let's create another one, is weekend. Let's confirm maybe we want to have weekend or not. So it's just going to be a true or false kind of variable. So let's generate that is weekend. So once you have that, we can say is weekend. Oh, is weekend. Give you. We'll also use that kind of function, just that we'll wrap it with if statement. If the weekday that we did just now. Okay, the weekday we did is just comma 2. If the weekday, then you have a comma. You can if the weekday, yeah, if that weekday is greater than 5, because you know 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to be Friday. So just take it. Then it's going to be returned true. If not, it should return false. Then you can close that. So what we're doing here is if Tuesday is Monday, Wednesday is 3, Thursday is 4, Friday is 5, starting from 2. So that will be Friday. Then Saturday and Sunday will be the remaining thing. So if it is true, greater than 5, then it is true. That is weekend. So I can enter here and I just return true or false. In fact, I can even return 1 or 0. As you can see here, we just have true or false, and that is what we have there. If I want to change to 1 or 0, I can just say 1 here is weekend, 1, that's true, 0 is not weekend. So I will then have 1, 0 instead of true or false. As you can see, now we have that. So if I want to pick any one of them, say let's pick any Saturday, that should be 1 or true, because Saturday is weekend based on whatever we have calculated just now. So you see, it's just 1 or true, irrespective of whatever you have done there, because we are filtering for Saturday. So this is how you can generate date table. Remember, there are other ways of generating it. This entire code can be added into add columns. You just put everything in add columns and then you load it once and for all rather than creating it one after the other. Let me know if you love this. Kindly like, share, and comment. Thank you very much.